Does it have to be gaming words association or just first word that comes into my
first
head?
word.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So we're going for an actual take now? Or are you still practicing?
Go for it.
Oh yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Cool.
Alright. Red.
Redemption.
Kusabimaru.
I don't know what you just said.
It's a sword from Sekiro. Alright. I'll make it more, okay, let's say Bowser.
Mario.
Okay. Peach.
Princess.
Daisy.
Fake princess.
You know what? I rate that still. Smash.
Bros.
Raiden.
Lost.
Sonya.
Blade.
Drake.
Rapper.
I was thinking Nathan, but fair enough. Blue.
Ivy.
Boy.
Girl. You said the first word that went to the top of my head, didn't it?
Oh my god, I'm finished.
I think my first console was a Mega Drive.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'll take it Sonic was the first game then.
No, well, my uncle works in a it's either a Mega Drive, because I had a Master System as well, but I can't remember which way I got, because I know the Master System came out first, but in my head I feel like I got a Mega Drive and then I got a Master System after. So I think but my uncle works. It's so funny because my uncle's a producer and music's his life. And
it's just in your blood, isn't it?
The joke is he hates gaming.
Oh really?
With a passion.
Yeah.
But he works for a gaming, he works for a gaming brand, and he's worked for this gaming brand for years. But he can't stand it, and he got me the console. Well, my mum and dad got it from Christmas, but they got it from him. So I had when I got my console, the first console I got, I had about 15 games the first day I got it. So it wasn't even just a one game thing. So I had bare games. So everyone would come to mind to bang out the games because I had so many.
Are you a regular control man or an inverted control
Oh
man?
my gosh, you inverted control people need to be thrown off a cliff.
No,
yes!
they're wrong.
Amen.
They're wrong, actually.
Amen. Thank you.
Thrown off a cliff. Do you know what an inverted control is for?
For flight controls, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
When are you flying playing Street Fighter? When are you flying playing Sekiro?
You can't. No.
Are you flying playing Persona?
First and foremost, yeah.
Or Legend of Zelda?
First and foremost, you can't use it in Street Fighter. That's different.
Or COD?
In COD, that's absolutely fine.
You're not flying.
No, you don't need to fly. It feels correct. It feels correct. You have to lift up. No, you have to click down to. Oh, you know what?
You have even explaining it. It doesn't make sense.
You know, but you can't explain. You gotta feel it. Any inverted controller guy knows it's just something you feel. You switch it and it's right.
So, do you know what's really funny? Yeah. So Metal Gear Solid 5. Love Metal Gear Solid 5, right? And I'd play it, and then I'd play other games, and I'd go back, and it would take me so long, and I'm like, what's wrong with these controls? Why does it feel so weird? And I couldn't work out why it felt so weird. Then I realised it's some stupid inverted controls.
Kojima does it again.
Stupid inverted controls. I'm like,
Epic troll.
I'm wondering why I struggled every time I needed to get back into it.
Can you change it?
I don't even know. I stopped playing when I realised it was inverted controls.
You even tried to change it?
No. Just
binned it.
That's just in the bin.
Right. That's 1-1 then.
We move.
What was your favourite Legend of Zelda game?
So, Ocarina of Time is the best Legend of Zelda game ever made. But I say that because of nostalgia.
Sure.
Second best Zelda game is Breath of the Wild. And the third is Wind Waker. Fourth is Twilight Princess. And
hey, why is Twilight Princess so low? I'm only saying that because that was the first.
So
Legend
Twilight
Zelda
Princess isn't better than Breath of the Wild. I don't think it's better than Wind Waker.
I need to play Wind Waker.
So that's why.
Yeah.
And it's whole hard to just me to say this because this is one of the sickest Zelda games. And then fifth, I would say A Link to the Past. Link to the Past.
I've heard many great things about that game.
A Link to the Past.
I've noticed Majora's Mask isn't in that list at all. Why is that?
No, because I didn't really like Majora's Mask.
Was it the Master System you didn't like?
Yeah, I thought it was just okay. It just didn't grab me. People love it, but at that time, and I've never played it again. I think if I played it now, being an adult, I might appreciate it, but when I played it, I was so young. I don't think it really connected with me the way Ocarina of Time did. Ocarina of Time was that story.
Yeah.
And Ocarina of Time is the second Zelda game I've played. So I played Link to the Past first, and I love that story, and I love that connection between Zelda and Link.
They're remaking that, aren't they?
Them, no, Link's Awakening.
Oh, Link's Awakening.
And I'm not playing it because I hate the art style.
That's right.
I hate it. I like the art style of Cadence of Hyrule, the dance game.
Okay.
Seen that?
I haven't.
That's
no.
cool.
Okay, fair enough.
When we finish, I'll show you both.
I love
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
And then the last, like, I guess it's a Zelda / Nintendo question. So I played Twilight Princess. Really loved it. It was the first Legend of Zelda game I played because I didn't really know much about it. And then when I like discovered a bit more about Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and even all the Zelda games that have come out, I've realized like certain themes are repeated. There's always a water temple or a fire temple, a like grass / forest temple. The same like tribes of people will be used consecutively, and even in like other Nintendo games, like in Mario, like that's basically always the same story. What are you okay that they reuse like the same stories and assets but like change it up so it's like a new fresh game, or would you like them to do something like completely different and just like change the formula?
So I'm like Breath of the Wild makes sense because each Link is a different Link.
Yeah.
So it's Link coming, like it's basically ancestors, isn't it? Different ancestors.
Yeah, they got the
it's a lineage.
Yeah.
It's so weird because Breath of the Wild breaks those formulas. Breath of the Wild doesn't have a water temple, doesn't have any of those temples, it doesn't have any of that. It breaks the lineage of what a Legend of Zelda game is, and it's incredible, but it's missing so much of what I love about Zelda. Like music in games, incredible, and I love the music in Legend of Zelda, and I think Breath of the Wild has the weakest music in any Legend of Zelda one because the music is how modern gaming is you have ambient sounds and then when you move different places, music kind of comes in, and you lose some of that in the modern games. I think that a game should only be scrapped and remade if what's happening doesn't work. And for a long time, Breath of the Zelda stopped working because Ocarina of Time was incredible. Wind Waker was great. A lot of people hated it because of the art style. Twilight Princess was really good. Skyward Sword was super weak, like super duper weak. And I think like they would kind of get into the path where people will get into the point where they stop really caring about Legend of Zelda. And I think Breath of the Wild was the first game that's made everyone, people from old and people from low, love what that game is again.
I know for myself, when I talk to people about this platform, about Streamcast, their eyes light up until I tell them it's a gaming platform. And then you kind of get a Marmite effect. You either get their eyes light up even more, or complete dead. And how do you overcome that?
So it's changed. So GGR's been running for 4 years. So where gaming is in a mainstream right now in 2019 compared to how it was 4 years ago, it's two completely different things. Now, like GTA 5 is the biggest selling digital property ever. So that as one piece of property is the biggest selling digital property ever. The gaming industry in the UK is worth 5.2 billion pounds. So everyone is on gaming now. Thorpe Park has just put together a gaming spot in Thorpe Park. So imagine you go to Thorpe Park to go and ride, but then you're going to play Fortnite. That is mad. This is how... Wow. So now it's become part of everyone's DNA because of games like Fortnite, because of games like PUBG. That they've changed the forefront. So now it's way easier. When we started, the hardest thing was the visual representation thing, which is why podcasts like Streamcast are so important, because we're gamers and we've always been gamers, and we are what gamers look like, and it's breaking that stereotype as to be a gamer you gotta be, and there's nothing wrong with this, but to be a gamer you gotta be a fat white guy in his basement. No, that's not, like, you're a gamer, I'm a gamer. So my me saying to people, raw, I'm a gamer, this is what gamers look like, having people like AJ Tracy, having artists like 6-7, Big Nasty, these are gamers, and these are people that people are looking up to, and they think that, so that's why my show is really important to me, to be able to give the kids a visual representation as, don't feel no way to be a gamer, like wear it as a badge of honor. Like if you enjoy games, let people know, cause it's sick. And having people like D Block Europe come on the show and say, yeah man, bangs games, this is what I do, you get me, I'm a gamer, and that's who people look up to. So a long way around your question. Back in the days it was a lot harder, because one, it was proving that this gaming thing works, and two, it was like, we are gamers, like don't believe what the marketing teams are telling you, we are gamers. Now it's way easier, it's still hard work, don't get it twisted, but it's way easier because I've got two things behind me now. Now I've got numbers, because I've been running for 4 years. So we've done like 1.5, close to 2 million views. So I've got those numbers behind me now. I've got like all of this catalogue of work to show brands. So as soon as they see it, they get it. But when we didn't have anything, boy, that was another cut of fish, man. That was
I can imagine.
Really difficult.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not an excuse, man. Like, I'm gonna get it done. There's a road mentality that I've always had in my career, and the road mentality is, they don't let you through the front door, you bust open the back window. And that is what I do in gaming. I'm not telling anyone to bust open back windows. Disclaimer. But that's what it is. Like, there's gonna be roadblocks in anything you do. And if you believe in what you do, then roadblocks won't stop you. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't do it because it's just hard. Who said it was gonna be easy? Whoever said to you, oh, this thing's gonna be easy. Like, there's no rule book. How you do it and how I do it is gonna be two completely different stories. We're gonna have similarities, but they're gonna be two completely different stories. Don't ever let anyone stop you doing what you love. And that's what I do. I love gaming. I'm passionate about gaming. I'm passionate being a black male and representing my community, and I'm not gonna get stopped. So even if you don't wanna mess with me, I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make sure my platform's so big and I'm so big that you have to deal with me, either which way.
Love that.
I like that mentality.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, brilliant.
We're still pretty far from where we want to be in terms of diversity in gaming. Overwatch is a really good example. The Black Girl Gamers really just propel the whole movement in terms of getting a black female character, and I still don't think they've done that.
No, not yet.
So they've at least raised the issue to these developers, and they've making them think now, hold on, we haven't included an Asian character, we haven't included a black character. So is there anything we can do as consumers to help kind of facilitate this change, make it happen quicker than these developers are willing to move at?
As a consumer, you have all the power. Like, you have all of the power. Literally, if like Overwatch is as a good example, an amazing game and people love it. If every single person who feels like this game isn't including me and it doesn't include my demographic says, I'm not buying the game, and we tweet at the developer and say, I'm not buying your game because you don't represent us, what happens is people will use their money, buy the game, and then complain, doesn't represent us. Yeah. And you're basically still giving that developer or that publishing team the power, because you're still purchasing their title, but then you're like, I'm not happy about it, and that's where selling power happens. And it's one of the things I said at big up JN and Black Girl Gamers. One of the things I said at one of their panels, where no matter what you do, you have the power. So if today every single person said, not buying from Tesco anymore, what happens to Tesco? Closes down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So as a consumer, you have all of the power. So I think that's really important. But then at the same time as well, things like Overwatch, I feel like that needs to happen now, and it should have happened already. But also as well, one thing that I said is really important is, this is a grassroots problem. This isn't just a front or face problem, because what's amazing now is people like yourselves, people like me, Black Girl Gamers, Nay Saga, Nerd Council, Marcus Bronzy, How to Kill an Hour. Like, all of these people are pushing for diversity and they're making content and they're being seen. But it needs to be in-house as well. So, like, we need black devs who are creating games that represent them. At the end of the day, is people always saying that they want representation, but if nobody understands your culture and doesn't understand where you're coming through, how are they meant to represent you?
Yeah.
Is an Italian man gonna make the best jollof? So if you want that person to represent you, so this is why I say what we're all doing at front of face is super important. What consumers do, super important. But what's super important as well is kids in schools told, you can make a career in this gaming thing. When I was a kid, I just played games because I enjoy games. I never thought, oh my God, I could make a game, you know, or oh my God, this could be a job, or oh my God, I could be a programmer, or I could be like, those were things that were never taught to me. So like companies like BAFTAs, big up BAFTA, because they go into schools and they teach children that, wow, this is something that you need to do. We need to be front of face and behind the scenes because we have to represent us. And we need to make sure we're in there, and people like yourself being programmers and making games that represent your demographic. You feel me?
Yeah, where you come from.
Sarah went into the tangent.